There's always more that we can do to make sure that our families get what they need, and I'm really passionate about doing that. My name's Aiyathurai. My background is actually originally healthcare, so I originally trained to be a physiotherapist and worked at Medway Hospital in ITU and throughout rehab. I've then moved on to working for the last 10 to 15 years with children with special educational needs through charity sector, and now currently run the charity Learn and Thrive. So the skills I bring to the team is a mixture of actually the parent knowledge of having a child with Down syndrome. So actually I know what it is to be a parent of a child with SEND, but also my knowledge of working within the charity sector. So I spend a lot of my time working with other families of children with disabilities, other families of children with learning disabilities specifically. So I really understand the context of what it is to live the life of a parent of a child with SEND, and to understand the needs of our children. Like any other parent, I'm balancing work with clubs and school life and all those things, but also all the other admin that comes with having a child with special educational needs, which can be immense. But saying that, I have embraced my community, and we spend a lot of time working with other charities in the local area, meeting up with other families, and just finding those networks of support for us as a family. I took on the role of a local governor for Bradfields because actually my experience in the charity world means that actually I've got a lot of knowledge around trustee boards, around governance, about the processes of how these things work. But that pairs up really nicely with my lived experience of actually what are the needs of our children and young people. What do we need to do to make sure that we're fulfilling that? And I know that Bradfields is a brilliant school, but there's always more to be doing, and there's always more that we can do to make sure that our families get what they need. And I'm really passionate about doing that. So on the committee, I'm a parent governor, but I'm also the SEND link governor. That means that I spend a lot of time looking at the processes and the strategic development around things like EHCPs, annual reviews, making sure that the SEND knowledge within the school is up to scratch in what we're doing, and making sure that we're fulfilling our legal duties. It's really important that if taking on this role that you really embrace it and actually take that time to come into school, to meet the teachers, to meet the senior leadership team, and to really start to understand the workings of the school, because without understanding that, you can't then support them strategically. What I love about being a local governor is the opportunity to make a difference. The opportunity to look at how the school works, to make sure we're doing the best by our children and young people, not just for my daughter. She's nearly at the end of her journey through Bradfields, but actually now I know that the changes we're making now are going to benefit generations of children to come. I would absolutely recommend getting involved in being a local governor. It really gives you the opportunity to make a difference. It brings you into that school community so much more, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot about governance, about process, about how things work. So there's real benefits for me as well in my own professional development.